His name is Gareth, and he riffs bits. His name is Gareth, hence why it's Gariffs.
Good evening, and welcome to Gariffs. This is improvised stand-up comedy. Now, see, the way this works is that people send in suggestions that I haven't seen, and I riff on them for your pleasure. My name is Gareth. I riff. It's Gariffs. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe and hit the bell. And even if you're watching on Instagram, open your laptop and just go there and subscribe and hit the bell. Don't be a jerk-off, okay? And that brings us to our first segment of the evening, which is Riffs Just In. So every week I riff on 3 crazy news stories picked out by my producer, or fans, apparently. So let's start with the first one here, which is from The Independent. Billions of insects are having gay sex accidentally, says scientist. Research is suggesting insects who engage in homosexual acts have mistaken their partner's gender. That's my excuse. I've always said that. I've always said, I was accidentally gay. By the way, is it not time to bury, the term homosexual sounds so strange. I feel like we're good on that for a while, maybe. It still feels it feels like how a scientist would diagnose a gay person, which just feels fucking weird. But they're having gay sex accidentally. Well, I mean, that doesn't sound like this is a species of insect that is hung very well. Right? I mean, these are small insect penises. Even as far as insect penises go, these are tiny insect penises, even in the world of insect penises, which are already very tiny. I don't know if you've ever tried to jerk off an insect. It's impossible. And when I did it, it was on accident. I thought it was a girl bug. So don't even come at me. But billions of them are accidentally having gay sex. I don't believe that's on science. I don't think science should be able to determine that. They don't speak to these insects. They don't know. They don't know if the insects just were like, nah, we just decided we're going to be gay now. They're like, this is an accident for sure. It's like, no, it's not. We made the choice. We love each other. And they're like, oh boy, it's probably a Christian. This is probably some sort of Christian science experiment or scientist, just looking down and he's like, oh God, they're having gay sex with each other. For sure, by mistake. There's no way, not in God's kingdom. No, but yeah, let them do it. That's what I say, go. This seems, yeah, whatever. Go for it. Have at it, whatever insects you are. Holy shit. Taco Bell employee arrested for serving his, I'm not fucking kidding. This is the fucking craziest. This is the craziest headline I've seen on here, if my memory serves. Taco Bell's a good start to any news story. If any news story starts with Taco Bell, fucking take a seat and enjoy. You're gonna have a good time. This is a Taco Bell news story. I wish you could see this guy. I haven't even read the headline yet. Taco Bell employee arrested for serving his prosthetic penis in a customer's burrito. A Taco Bell employee found it disturbing to show his sexual attraction to a customer. A Taco Bell employee found a disturbing way, it's missing a word, to show his sexual attraction to a customer. He inserted his prosthetic penis in the burrito she ordered before serving it to her. Now, why don't we get scientists on this case? Why are scientists studying gay insects when we've got men at Taco Bell employed getting paid and they're putting their fake cocks in real burritos and giving it to their crushes? What the fuck just happened? So some people say romance is dead, but then you find out about the guy who worked at T-Bell and put his fake cock in a Rito. That's, to me, Shakespeare. Move over. We've got a new Billy. My Lord, it's amazing. I guess the thing is that this person is probably genuinely interested in the woman who he decided to put his penis in her burrito, which sounds like a euphemism, but isn't. By the way, my guess is most people who bite into a burrito from Taco Bell that has a fake penis in it don't go like, there's a fake penis in here. They probably go, that's good Taco Bell. But yeah, we don't get to find out if it worked. I mean, did it work? Was she swooning at the end? Did she bite into it and was like, oh, God, Randy Jacobs works inside the drive-thru. Oh, a suitor. Probably not, because he was arrested. So I think it's safe to say that, And then how do you figure that out if you're cops? How do you, it's sort of like Cinderella's slipper, except it's a prosthetic penis onto a person. I don't know. For as far as being a cop goes, I would imagine these are like good cases. You'd be like, this is an interesting story. And also, for sure, this woman gets free Taco Bell for life. There's no doubt in my mind this woman is guaranteed to have diarrhea whenever she wants it. All she has to do is go to Taco Bell. Just pull up. Can I get a chicken burrito and then 2 beef tacos?
Okay, that'll be $4.75, please, ma'am.
No, I'm actually the woman who the guy put his fake dick in the burrito and then I bit into it.
Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know we were dealing with the woman that got that fake cock burrito. Why don't you pull up to the window and we'll give you some cinnamon twists for free.
Thank you so much. And Randy's not working, is he?
No, Randy's still in jail.
Okay, I just want to make sure, because the last time he
put his penis inside your meal.
Exactly. His penis was in the thing I was eating. Thank you so much. I'm driving around. Fucking bonkers. Why did he have a prosthetic penis? I don't even get to know that. Good. They say, again, this is Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. So you should all be getting shit-faced. Okay, last one is police say a Pennsylvania mom made deepfake videos of teen cheerleaders naked and smoking so they'd get kicked off her daughter's squad. Fucking A, man. Cheerleaders, technology evolves, but the crazy cheerleading parents stay the same. Basically this mother wanted to get girls kicked off of the cheerleading team. By the way, even when you say, how do you not go like, my problems are first world? When you're like, I need to get a couple of girls kicked off a cheerleading squad that my daughter's on. It's time for you to just sit back and go, you know what? I'm having a pretty good COVID because this is my main fucking problem. So then she decided to just fake videos of these girls naked and smoke. It's super fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I can imagine feeling so strongly about cheerleading. Like, it's like loving magic that much. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like this weird obsession. What does being a cheerleader really do? Sure, it's just like any other group. I'm not disparaging cheerleaders, but parents go fucking bonkers over this shit. I think really what happens is that a lot of parents have like unfulfilled existences, and so they vicariously live through their children. And she was like, no, Tina's got to be in charge of the cheerleading squad this year. And, Tina was like, Mom, Becky's going to be in charge of the cheerleading squad. She's like, no, she's not, because did you hear she likes to get naked and put cigarettes in her hoo-hoo? She's like, what? Where did you hear that? She's like, you never seen the video of it? She's like, there's a video of it. Where'd you see it? She's like, just give me 2 hours. I'm going to go upstairs and edit it. Get it. What did I say? Get it? No, you said edit it. Well, I meant get it. See you later, captain of the cheerleading squad. Yeah. And it is really gross. If you're willing to destroy and damage the lives of high school students forever over cheerleading, who's the parent? Right? Feels like the parent's not the parent. I would rather have my daughter raised by the guy who's putting the prosthetic penis in people's tacos rather than the person who's like, cheerleading. How do we thwart the popular girls? Fucking weird. Okay. Pastor, is this another news story? This is the fourth news story. Okay. Pastor who heals, oh God, what is, this is no wonder there's a fourth. You can't say no to this story. Pastor who heals people by farting on their faces claims he farts the Holy Spirit. He farts the ass Holy Spirit. That is, and the picture is of him sitting on someone and farting. That's just fucking, what the fuck? Look, I'm not saying don't support religion, don't believe in a higher power or anything like that. Whatever gets you through the night is all right, okay? But the second that you're in a church where someone says they need to pass gas on you, don't you go, maybe this is bullshit. Like, where did God sign? You think God was like, that's what you got to do? Oh, I can't imagine going to this pastor. Aster, sorry, not pastor. He's an aster. Yeah, and he looks very comfortable. Just a dude sitting on someone. I can't tell where he's sitting on. It better not be the fucking face. I swear to God, if that is... I mean, what this is clearly a guy who has, like, some fucking farting fetish. And, he just realized, like, if you say it to Christians, they'll pretty much do anything. If it's in the name of God, there are certain people who believe in religion so strongly that they'll do anything. That's why people kill themselves, and that's how cults get formed and stuff like this. So this is just a fart cult. This guy just made a fart cult. He found a bunch of people who are comfortable getting farted on, says it's the Holy Spirit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, dare I say I've never been more excited for Sunday service. Oh, okay. By the way, on Easter, he celebrates Keister. All right, we'll see you later, everybody. Okay, here we are to the suggestions. Okay, this week's guest suggestion is from my Uncle Nigel, who, if you've not been watching the Pandemics, you don't know the fun of my Uncle Nigel. My Uncle Nigel, you can watch Pandemics on my YouTube channel. Uncle Nigel, bit of a fucking wild card. He provided tonight's suggestion. I'm sure it's going to be absolutely crazy. Family secrets. Interesting. Yeah. Actually, it's very funny. Just off of the last story, I remember when I was a child, I was friends with a really, really rich kid. And so I'd go over to his fancy house and all that stuff. I mean, I didn't really know, I couldn't really register that he was super rich, but I knew he had nice things. And he told me that his dad farted on his mom a lot. And then at dinner, he told the table that he told me this. And the dad got so embarrassed and he just got quiet, and he goes, "Those are family secrets." And then he pulled him aside and he talked to him over farting on his mom. I was like, as a child, I was like, what's my role here? I was like, okay. But you do. I mean, every family has secrets. There's a lot of them. I mean, my family has had some crazy shit. I don't even know if I should get into some of the stuff, but there's some crazy shit. And you deal with it. But it's hard. I mean, like I'm saying, my family is just totally bonkers in many, many different ways. And, it's hard. There's some that are very damaging. There's some that are funny, like when my grandpa put the rattle on his head. But, yeah, I don't... Oh, by the way, I don't even remember where the hell I read this, but someone said I was snarky about their suggestion last weekend, and they were like, I'll leave the suggestions to someone else. I'm not trying to be an asshole. You got to understand that I'm looking into this fucking screen, and I don't know what's going to come, and if it doesn't, resonate with me, what am I going to do? Okay. If you could give visiting aliens one warning about Earth, what would it be? Get ready to wait in line. If you like lines, get ready for Earth. That's all we have, are lines. Long, long lines. That's Earth. That's what Earth has become, is lines. They're probably like, we must get to the White House with efficiency. It's like, no fucking way. Get in line. Everything is a line. I would, if I was running for president, that's what I would run on. I would be like, there's going to be less lines. There's going to be no more lines. I'd be like, the DMV, it's going to be in and out. You know what I mean? I would just figure out a way to make less lines. When I talked to my mother about what it used to be like in America, she was making money and there was so much opportunity and everything got done properly and it got done quickly and everyone was competing. And now we just live in a country full of monopolies, so there's no competition, so we suffer. Right? And everything's a line, so you got to wait in line for everything. You ever go to the post office? It's like there should be a fucking roller coaster at the end of that line. It's crazy. And then don't even get me started on roller coaster lines. I mean, that's bonkers. You wait in roller coaster lines sometimes, it's just going to be 3.5 hours. You're like, worth it. I'll just stand here and watch Looney Tunes in line. So I would just tell them to prep for lines. Prep for lines and a species of animal that never stops looking at their little devices. So get ready for this is a country of lines and no human connection, which really probably one hand washes the other. Because of these long lines, we just look into the void of these phones and just let the time go by. But so I would say, and we probably wouldn't even, how long would it take us to notice there were aliens here? We'd be looking down at our phone and they'd be like, which way to your leader? Be like, dude, hold on a second. Holy shit. Ken Griffey Jr. was in a car accident. Where is your leader? We need to talk to your leader. Man, they found a 30-pound squirrel. You gonna believe that shit? Please look at us. We are not from here. We need to go to your leader right now, please. Hold on, I gotta text my buddy Brandon back. We're supposed to have drinks soon, and we're not gonna be able to. Right now for me, personally, I'm just not going to have time. I care not about your time. Look at us. We are not from here. We want your leader. Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. CeeLo's follow me on Twitter. That's crazy. This is bullshit. There is a line behind us forming. Yeah, we just do that here. Peace out, aliens. Or whatever. Yeah. So, I mean, that is like, yeah, that's basically, yeah. I mean, I would just say get ready for a shit show. If aliens visited our planet, this is me. Go back to yours. It's going to be better. You know, that's probably why they're visiting it. They're visiting it like it's a zoo. They're just like, how is everything here so for sure fucked? And that they do very little, you know? And we're like, man, I'm going to get a massage chair. So it's almost baby alpaca season again, and Pam's last year's baby sibling will need a name. Suggestion. I am lost. It's almost baby alpaca season again, and Pam's... Oh! These are the people who named their alpaca after my mother. They named their alpaca Pam, so now we need a new sibling name for Pam. Well, if you want to do the family, if it's a girl alpaca, then go with Hillary, and if it's a boy alpaca, go with Anthony. There you go. And thank you for naming all these alpacas after my family. There's a good chance I'll want to meet the alpaca family after COVID before my actual family, so let's just keep that open. Overhead projectors. Yeah, man. I remember, when I was in school, they were it. That was all you could use was the overhead projector. They called it the what did they call it? It was like, it had like a name. I think it had a company name. It was like, I can't remember what it was, but they were so fucking dumb. Remember you'd have to like draw on like see-through paper, you know, your little shit, and if you smudged it, you were screwed, and then it was always a little backwards that people would watch. I mean, the technology felt so archaic. Remember it had the little Johnny Five head where it had to go like, meek, and like lift up like that? I'm sure they still have something like that, but yeah, that to me reminds me of how much I hated school and I hated school preparation. I was never a good student. I just never tried. I'm not saying I would have been great. I'm sure it would have been dog shit. But I really never did apply myself. To me, this is me at school. I would walk into school and I would just be like, oh man, it's Friday. It's going to be fucking great. You know what I mean? I'm going to go home. I'm going to hang out at Peter's house this weekend. It's going to be a blast. You know, all that, and I get to school, and someone would just be like, did you finish your paper? And I remember this, I could feel it going through my body now, this sensation of, I have not done something that seems really big, you know, and I'd be like, paper? She'd be like, yeah, like your whole term paper on all the poetry we've been reading, and I'd be like, oh, is that today? And she'd be like, yeah, and I'd be like, fuck, and then I'd have to figure out some way to get out of it. Sometimes it just got docked. I remember one time, one of my teachers, this was amazing. I was doing like probably C in his class, which was pretty good for me. And he told the class boldly one day that he had lost all of our grades and that we needed to go to him and tell him our grades. And boy, I went there. But I didn't do the hard, I didn't overstep. You know, A would be foreign. But to him, I was like, B-. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay. I was like, yes. But yeah, that's off overhead projectors. They yeah. Just I was never meant to do anything educational like that in any way. Lifelike baby dolls, yeah, I mean, I am aware of what lifelike baby dolls are. If you're not aware of what a lifelike baby doll is, it's pretty obvious from the name, but I mean, these dolls look exactly like babies. I'm sure there's some people who are just like, I like the look of babies, and that's why they get these dolls. I definitely think there's other, people who have maybe some issues who look at these children and these babies as real babies, and they raise them as real. I even think I've seen a taboo on someone who does that. I've definitely seen taboos or My Strange Addiction on grown-up people who like to dress like babies, and then they find someone who's like, yeah, I will raise a 35-year-old fake baby, and they have to do everything. They have to change their diaper and everything. It's fucking nuts. But yeah, there's something off about the lifelike baby, Actually, that might be what I do. I might just get a lifelike baby doll and just start posting it as my child. Just start being like, I know I didn't tell you a lot of you about Ethan, but here he is, you know? And then I'll just get like a few other ones just until he's like 12. And then I'll just be like, unfortunately, Ethan ran away from home. At 12, I'll just be like, Ethan ran away from home, and now he's in Malaysia. I don't know what happened to him. You know, I'll be like, I'm so sorry you lost him. He looked just like you. And I'll be like, I know, it's crazy. And I'll be like, the only thing that was weird is he seemed to like jump in age. Like he was like 9 months for like 3 years, and then he was 4. And I'd be like, yeah, they said he was just a crazy baby that just became 4. And I didn't post a lot in between, you know. And so I was like, yeah. And then he just became like 9. I'm like, I know, it's fucking nuts. There's not scientists. Why would I say scientists? The doll makers, not doll makers. My son, Ethan. This is how it is. Anyway, he's in Malaysia now, so I don't know what to tell you. You know? Yeah, weird. Oh, I should do my camera. Cute aggression. When something is so cute, you want to hurt it. Ooh, I'm not so sure how much I know about the hurting it. I mean, I get what you mean. Like, there's things where you're like, I can't handle how cute this is. There are like, I mean, when one of my cousins was little, she got a bunny for Easter, and she thought it was so cute that she ended its existence by petting it strongly on her chest. It's gone now, probably buried in my Uncle Nigel's yard. But yeah, I know that feeling. You know what I was thinking about the other day, and not just off of the cute aggression, is when you get angry at inanimate objects, I feel that all the time. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many times where, like, if my computer's pinwheeling, I'm like, well, what if I were to throw you in the fucking river? Expecting my computer to be like, whoa, buddy, come on, we're trying over here, you know? Or like, there's times, like, you stub your toe, or you bang your elbow into something a few times, and you're just like, you even say to this object, you'll be like, I'm gonna kill you, you know? To a dead thing, you're like, I'm going to end it for you. So yeah, it's strange. It's strange. It's strange. Our inner thoughts are strange. Like, if you could really hear all of my inner thoughts or anyone's inner thoughts, you would be very worried, you know, because we all think about it. You'll just be at the store like, I should murder him. Be like, what are you talking about? Be like, I just want to murder him. And you're like, we're not murdering anyone. Okay, brain, body, mind, that whole connection. We're not murderers, you know. Or you'll just be like driving, you know, and you'll just be like, I should just like hit this lamppost. And it's like, what? Don't do it. You're like, end it. Fuck it. Who cares? You know? You're like, no. Or just, yeah, shit like that. You know, you got to we all got weirdos in our heads. So I don't judge you, and I'm not being snarky towards you, but I'm not fully aware of this level of adorable aggression. Will Donald and Melania ever be brave enough or honest enough to announce to the American people that they had their COVID vaccinations before they left the White House? Well, by the way, this seems like an Uncle Nigel one. I believe that they did. I believe Donald Trump today said something about it. But here's the thing, right? If you think about rhetoric, what works with Trump supporters is strong rhetoric. Like, so when he was talking about people getting the vaccination and it's safe, he's just like, yeah, it's pretty safe. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty nice. You know? But when he's talking about, like, subjects like where the virus comes from and labeling it on a race of people, he's explicit over and over and over again and bangs the drum. Every time he calls something Kung Flu or the China virus over and over again, that sticks in his supporters' heads. But when he flippantly says, yeah, vaccine's pretty good, you should get it, like, they're all like, fuck you, we're not getting it. So the answer to the question is no. They will never be brave enough or honest enough to say that they got it, you know, blatantly, and that it's amazing that everyone should get it. But we've seen the best that Donald Trump can offer right now, and that is pretty much saying it's okay. We have problems outside of him. He's stirred the pot, but it doesn't mean he needs to cook it for the rest of his life. You know, there are different chefs that are going to be able to come in, add their own little spice and finesse, and then it's just going to be another, you know, crazy goulash served to this country. But I do think that, you know, I personally, for my personal taste, think people should get vaccinated. I am getting vaccinated, and I think that people should. And I do think it's bullshit to, you know, hide that you do it because your supporters think that, you know, it's bad or whatever. It's weird. It's a really weird situation. I think it's safe to say this country's gone a bit fucking batty. Anyway, High school reunions. Ooh, I love a reunion. There's the 5-year, there's the 10-year, and those are great. 5-year, 10-year, great reunions. Definitely go to those, right? You definitely go to the 5-year. It's not been that long, right? You're a little cooler, a little older. Maybe you got a goatee finally, grew a little mustache. Something like that, you know what I mean? Lost weight, gained weight, whatever it is. Gonna hook up with the girl you liked. Maybe she's married now, so you're not gonna do it, but whatever. It's an exciting evening. 10-year. It's been 10 years. Holy shit. Can you believe how fucking old we are? We're like 35. Oh my God, we're in our 30s. That's crazy. We're not in our 30s. We're in our 20s still. It's a 10-year. And then I say don't go anymore. Then cut it off. Then stop, right? Then stop with the shit. Then stop, going to these things because they just get sad. Less and less people go. More and more people don't go. We're all going to get shittier looking. You know what I mean? How often do you really want to keep going and seeing these same people? And that's what happens is it becomes the same 15. So if you want to be one of these 15 people that keeps showing up to these reunions to show off how disgusting you're becoming in your old age, by all means. But for me, I saw the people 2 times. I saw them at the 5-year. I saw them at the 10-year. Goodbye forever. That's it. I'm ghosting them for life. If they want to see me one-on-one, we could maybe talk, but there is no way that I'm going to the 20-year reunion. Fuck off. Or I guess I already had that. Yeah, I already had that. I didn't go. I'm not going to go to the 30. 30? Are you kidding me? Imagine going to your 40-year high school reunion. Only reason to go to your 40-year-old high school reunion is because there is someone there you're still really trying to fuck. Like, there's like you're trying to still bang the quarterback of the football team, or you're trying, the cheerleader, even though you found out that she made a sex tape and smoked cigarettes, you're still trying to get to bed with her. So anything like that, But I say pass on the high school reunions. You don't fucking need it. Have you ever been in a fist fight, and how did it turn out? I have been in a fist fight. I've been in a few fist fights. One of them, which I'll tell you about now, was fucking crazy. So, in England, when I was in my 20s, maybe, I'm not sure, but pubs used to close at 9. Pubs used to shut at 9. That was it. So at 9 o'clock at night, pubs were closed. Maybe it was 10, but I think it was 9, which is crazy in a country that loves to drink as much as England. Might have even been, I think it was 10. But whatever it was too fucking early. So the scene at the pub would be like, hey, calm, casual, and then someone would be like, all right, last call, and then the bar would be like, boom, and it would be 50, 60 people just ordering every drink that they possibly could for themselves. It would sound like they were getting a round for 30 people, but instead they'd just be like, hey, mate, can I get 5 shots of Jack Daniels, 7 lagers, and then a can of Strongbow? And he'd be like, all right, you need a tray for your table. He'd be like, table? No, it's just me, mate. You're closing in 10 minutes. I've got to get shit-faced. And so that's what people would do. People would just pound on me among them. You'd do a shot, you'd have 2 lagers, then they'd kick you out. Now, the problem is that if the bars all shut that early, it means that nobody's ever leaving of their own accord. It means that everybody's kind of being forced out into the streets. So the fact that they were forced out into the streets was not good. So every single night, Fridays and Saturdays included, at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whenever it was, there would be an exodus from the bars, and everybody would come out really fucking drunk and really fucking pissed off at how stupid this law was. And so there was tension in the air. Well, my cousin, we used to always steal pint glasses from pubs. It was one of the things you did. And my cousin comes out of the pub. He's got a pint glass, and he takes a swig of it, and then he just throws the pint glass, and it smashes in front of this group of like 7 dudes. I'm in a group of like 7 dudes. And I'm not even sure how we got there, but we all ended up at this bus depot station, and shit just started to get real. Right away, people are starting to fight. My cousin gave me his fake teeth to handle, so I'm holding his fake teeth. Also fighting dudes, and the thing about actual fights versus like fights in Hollywood is the level of disorganization. It's like you just throw haymakers. When you're getting hit, you're not really aware of what's going on. So I'm getting punched, I'm punching, but then all of a sudden a friend of mine, this dude, rolls over and he's holding his side and it's just gushing blood because he's been fucking stabbed. So this dude I know gets stabbed in this fight in the streets in England. And we don't know what to do. We get the ambulance there. He survived, but the dude was like minutes away from dying, they said, because they hit an artery. So he lived. Then ended up the cops had to come over, and the cops were asking questions just because they were trying to find the dude who stabbed our friend. So I was like, at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get into any more fucking fights because no matter how innocent it looks and feels, and the truth is there's something kind of fun about getting into fights. It's not like a blast, but if you don't get too fucked up, it's kind of all right. But at that moment, I was in my 20s and I was like, I can't fight again. And I really don't think I've been punched since then, but I haven't really fought. And again, because my friend got fucking stabbed. So there you go. There's a fun story. All right. We're keeping it light. What's the biggest thing you've learned during this last crazy year? I've learned a lot of stuff. I've learned that my diet can be really good. I can be really healthy. I've learned that it's weird when you get blackout drunk alone, even if there's other people around who aren't drinking. It's really weird, Like, I think it's okay to have some drinks alone, for sure. I think getting, like, fucking wasted alone is kind of weird. I did it over the holidays. I was seeing very few people, but I made vegan eggnog. And vegan eggnog just drinks rum. It's like vegan eggnog has another you in the glass who's like, look, 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 look. And then you're like, my drink. And then you're like, look, 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 look. And so I got fucking hammered and woke up the next day, felt like someone had put a mallet into my forehead and apparently did a cartwheel, but it wasn't a good one. So there you go. I don't remember it. So it's weird when you get like blackout drunk alone. I've also learned that, that in most countries, the government is taking care of the people, and in this country, they don't seem to. So it seems like we need a massive overhaul in the political system of this country. I've learned that I don't mind not traveling. I also learned that I should be grateful for flying. I mean, that I don't want to fly nearly as much, but it is an amazing thing. To be able to go anywhere you want, you should really appreciate. And that's maybe the one thing I've learned most in the past year is to have general appreciation, just for little shit. Just don't even worry about it. I mean, did you ever think we'd be at the point where you'd be like, man, if I could go to Arby's, that'd be a gift, but that's where we're at. So I think just savor the flavor. Don't make your life about work. Don't make your life about anger, or money, as tough as it is, and as much as that is a huge problem, I understand. I think if you can afford it, make your life about good things and feeling good as often as you possibly can. Because I think a lot of people got fucked this year. And then a lot of people, even when they were getting fucked, were like, yeah, fuck my job. And a lot of people who weren't getting screwed were going like, yeah, I like enjoying life. We get so fixated on focused on like getting stuff done and tasks and stuff like that we forget the point of all this is probably to enjoy it a little bit. That's why religions come up with heaven, because this place can't be heaven, right? Because it's too much work. So that's why, you're just like, man, someday I'm going to go to a place where it's going to be really fun. And they're like, couldn't that be this? Yeah, but it ain't. All right, I got to go to TurboTax. I know it's not a place, but yeah. So that's what I've learned to appreciate, And family, being able to see your family, being able to be around your family, Who would have ever thought? I can't wait to go see Pam, which brings us to. Would Pam wear a webcam so we can go gleaning with her? For those of you who don't know, my mother's a gleaner, which means that she takes vegetables from farms. Not a lot, like 6 pieces of stuff, but it's just very comical to me that my mother is out there Robin Hooding crops. But I don't think she would. And not because she wouldn't want people to share in the experience. Trying to get my mother to operate FaceTime is like an hour ordeal most days. I mean, trying to get her on Zoom at first was impossible. So I can't imagine asking her to A, wear a webcam, and B, get the footage to someone. Wouldn't be possible. I might go over there soon, if I get the vaccine soon, and if I do, I will try to record her gleaning for the people. But she'll be very embarrassed. This is how it would go. You're not filming me, are you? No, I'm not. Yes, you are. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm just looking at some stuff on my camera roll. If you're filming, I'll be so cross with you. Well, I'm going to film real quick. I think it'll be funny. No, I'm not doing this if you're filming it. Mum, some of the people wanted to see you glean. I don't care. I'm not going to do that on camera. All right, I stopped filming. Did you? Are you lying? Well, you have no way of really telling. All right, I'll just take this handful of asparagus. In my head. Got the fucking footage. So there you go. So I will do that for you. I will film her. Bedbugs is the suggestion. Whoo, yes. Now, bedbugs, if you don't know, it's great to not know, are these little bugs that love dark areas, dank areas. They love to hide in the folds of mattresses. They will take over apartment buildings. New York has a big bedbug problem. Here's some fun news. Bedbugs die because of the cold. So the less cold there is, the more bedbug future we have. 2 bedbug stories I'll tell you real quick. One, I got bedbugs once. I think I might have mentioned it on here. I found a cat at a party, stray cat, baby cat, eye closed, had a cut above its ass, was not in good shape. I was hammered, ended up taking it home, okay? Woke up the next day, was like, what did I do? Why do I have a cat? Why do I make decisions like this? Who goes home with an animal to take care of for the rest of their life? You, Gareth, you, dumbass. Anyway, have this cat, take it to the vet, heal it up, nurse it up, you know what I mean? I got to give it like feeder food. I got to like put ointment on its butt from this cut. I got to fix its eye, all this shit. Going through all that, doing all that. And then I just start to see these little bugs, these little ticks, and I think they're ticks, and I'm like, I don't want ticks here, you know? And finally, when I figure out what they are, I'm like, oh, it's a bed bug. And I lift up my mattress, and I was like, ah! It was just covered in them. So I was like, shit. So I threw my bed out. But the problem with bed bugs is once they make it to the bed, that's home base, right? They're off in the world navigating, doing all their own projects. And getting someone over there to get rid of bed bugs would cost a shitload. So what I did instead was I bought a fuck ton of Raid. By the way, I've told people about this, and they're like, this can't be true. This is true. I bought tons of Raid. I bought like Hornet Raid. I bought like Spider Raid, whatever it was. I bought the red, the orange, the blue, the black. I was the Raid guy, okay? I was Garade, and I was ready to go. And I without a mask or anything, again, because I'm not a smart man, I cleared out everything. I got the cat to stay somewhere else for a couple days. I think I didn't spend the night there. And I just sprayed everywhere. And then I vacuumed it up, because you got to do that because of the eggs. Vacuumed it up, got rid of the vacuum bag, and then did it all again. And then it got rid of them. It was fucking crazy. The second story I'll tell you is, one time I was on a train in New York. And there was a woman sitting across from me who had a little hamper thing, like a little cart hamper thing, and it had a bunch of little blankets and stuff in it. Now, same ride, I'm sitting next to this person and her son. So this woman and her little son. And me and the boy, we start doing these flashcards together, time to kill, whatever, right? As we're doing it, he makes a gesture to that woman, and I just say something like, yeah, she's got a lot of blankets, and he laughs. And then across the train, I look into eye contact, which you know is never good when you look into eye contact. But I look into eye contact. It goes like this. This is how you look into eye contact. Oh, shit. And sure enough, right at me, she's looking at me. And she goes, it's not funny. And I go, oh, I'm not talking about you. And she goes, it's not funny if I have bed bugs. And I was like, what the fuck is she talking about? And she took out a sheet and she started flinging it all over me, going, I hope you get them. I hope you get them. I hope you get them. And I was on the train with 2 of my buddies who were sitting across from me, losing their minds. Started off as flashcards, ended as a woman was shaking out a blanket or a sheet going, now you got him, now you got him. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Also, I was like, I don't think she knows how bed bugs work. I don't think you're just allowed to be like, go get him, go get him. Have at him, boys, the war's begun, you know? So yes, bed bugs. What a fucking suggestion. We got a lot of bang out of our buck for that one. Okay. I'm a high school teacher. How should I tell the guidance counselor that I have a crush on him? Ooh. Well, to me, I would say that it's not unlike any other situation. I mean, you work with him, so that's precarious, right? In any other situation, I would tell you to try to get some intel first. But if you're willing to tell the guidance counselor that you have a crush on him, my guess is you think the guidance counselor already likes you, or you're pretty confident. So then I would do something cool about it. I would maybe, like, a guidance counselor is there for guidance. So maybe you go in and you say, hey, I'm worried about one of my students. I don't want to tell you who it is yet. And he goes, okay, Miss Andrews, why don't you tell me about the student? And you go, well, she's really great. She's really cool. She just has trouble connecting the dots when it comes to the boys she likes at school. And he goes, oh, well, I mean, I could advise her about what job to get, but I don't know if I can give her romantic advice. And you go, well, I mean, you're a man, and if it's okay, can I just kind of float this out there? Well, sure, why not? Sure, why not? Sheila, hold my calls, you know? And then you go, well, she likes him, obviously, But she doesn't know how to tell him. So she has this idea that she's just going to go into the room that he's in and just start to talk to him like she's talking about someone else. He'd be like, oh, okay, that's an interesting tactic. And be like, yeah, like if I were to do it, I would come into your office, I would sit here, and I would be like, hey, there's a student of mine, and she doesn't know how to talk to boys, but she has a crush on this one, she doesn't know how to talk to him. And I'd be veiling it, like, but in order to tell you how I felt. And he'd be like, are you? And you go, yes, I am. Yes, I am. You want to guide me to dinner? Don't say that last part. Every other part works, though. So I would do something like that, something cute, you know? And then if he rebuffs you, you know, and then so you do all that, and then he goes, are you telling me you have a crush on me? I don't think that would be a good idea. You go, no! I'm talking about Ashley Clarkson. Me? Ha! I have a boyfriend, you fool. Gosh, cross professional lines much? Please don't tell anyone about this. I won't, but boy, you owe me a dinner or something because this was inappropriate. There you go. 2 options. Play it how you will. Good luck to you, and thank you for being a teacher. Pager codes. Oh, remember pager codes? Remember? Star 911. You'd be like, dude, it's important. I need to get that weed tonight. That's what pagers were for me. Pagers were a way to find out if I could get pot. That's all I remember. But yeah, you'd go star 420, you know? I remember my one buddy, Brett, got Freedom Page. So every time you'd page him, it'd be like, this page costs 35 cents. Press 1 to send it. I'd be like, God damn it, you press 1. The more I think about it, though, the more I probably would rather have a pager. You know? I would rather have a pager. Just a bunch of little numbers I got to call at some point. I would rather that than a phone that's constantly lighting up and just being obnoxious. I might go back to the pager. It was cool, too. I mean, when it was a beeper, remember it was a beeper? Fucking hey, man. I'm old. You know? Be like, beep, 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 beep. You'd be like, oh, it's the old beeper. Got to make a phone call, you know? Then you'd go to the house phone. I think that was the right setup. You could have access to anybody, but it just took a little bit of work and a little bit of patience. As opposed to now, where it's like, she hasn't texted me back in 8 minutes. Who's she talking to? You know, you lose your mind. The whole time thing with texting is bananas. You know how long it, like, if someone doesn't reply to you, the things you start going through in your head, as if people aren't allowed to just leave their phones and be out of reception. And the truth is, they're not. They don't. So it is crazy when someone doesn't reply to you. They're fucking, they know. They know. But, yeah, I think that would be good. Get rid of social media, pager codes. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Karaoke. Yeah, wow, just not good. Karaoke is not good, especially in L.A. I would imagine karaoke, and I mean, I've been to karaoke in smaller places, and yeah, it's kind of the same, but in L.A., there's a certain desperation in the performances that is very unique, you know? I hate a lot about karaoke. I hate the guy who is the shepherd, the guardian of the Roki, you know? You're like, hey, I want to sing Funky Cold Medina by Tone Loc. And they're like, it's probably going to be a little while. Tip jar, tip jar, tip jar. And you're like, oh, fuck, what is this? You know? And then you have the people who go up there and sing like 30 songs over the course of a night. You're just like, what are you? And they're normally like alone, you know? They normally walk off stage like this, like, of the heart. Like they're just waiting for flowers to be thrust upon them, you know? But it's weird. And then you've also got like, I like watching bad karaoke. That's when it's good. People who can sing, why are you doing karaoke? Get out of here. That's not for you. I want to watch someone do Waterfalls by TLC and not remember there's a Left Eye rap break in the middle, you know? That's the best song to pimp someone into. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Oh, shit, there's a rap. That's how they look. My one friend we used to play karaoke roulette. You'd pick songs for people and they'd go up there, you know? So you'd get on stage and you'd be like, how's everyone doing? Yeah, this is a song that means a lot to me. She's a grand old flag. She's a high-flying flag. You know? So it's just like fucking weird. I like that stuff. I used to sing, well, I had the time of my life as a duet with myself, and then I'd be the girl and be like, and I owe it all to you. Bum ba dum ba da ba da bum ba da ba da. I was looking for long, and it seemed that something wrong came to me. Me, nee, nee, nee. I was hoping all alone into something by the bone. Yes, so be. Just remember, you're the one thing I can't get enough. You know, people watch me and be like, what is wrong with this person? But that to me is fun. That's enjoyable. But yeah, so karaoke overall, a little weird. Let's be honest, a little weird. Okay, this last one's crazy. It's dorm room fires, which I didn't really know that was is that a thing? That's regular? Dorm rooms catch on fire that regularly? I know my dorm room had smoke detectors, and that's how they would know if you were smoking weed, but that's why you'd put a dryer sheet in a toilet paper roll. But yeah, I didn't know. I mean, you weren't allowed to light fires in your dorm room. Is that what you mean? Yeah, like they were very clear, no candles and things like that, but I don't particularly remember any dorm room fires. If there were dorm room fires, where did you go to college would be my question. You know, I don't, but yeah, I know. I mean, my college had a lot of rules. They would give you violations. That's what you would get, violations. Like if you lit a candle, you'd get a violation. If you were drinking and they caught you, you'd get a violation. You know, other shit too loud, violation. I got a lot of violations. I got so many violations I had to live off campus my sophomore year. But they gave me violations before I knew what violations were, which I felt like was a violating policy. My brother and I drove to my college, and we'd been drinking wine the night before in the hotel, wherever we were staying. And then as we checked in, my brother had the cork in the bottle of wine, and some of the wine had spilled in his backpack. And the RA, who I didn't even know what an RA was, he was like, "Is that wine?" And I was like, "Oh, I think so, yeah." And he goes, "Ooh, that's a violation." I go, "What's a violation?" He goes, "You're not allowed to have wine." My brother goes, "It's my wine." He goes, "Yeah, but you're not even allowed to have any in the dorm room." And I'm like, "We've not learned the rules yet, and you're already giving me violations?" And I did. I got a violation for that. I didn't sign my brother out. I got a violation. I was like, man, fuck this place. So then I moved off campus, and I lit the dorms on fire later that year. Oh, of course. That's what I should have mentioned. I lit the dorms on fire. Good suggestion. Thank you. Okay. And now we're at the end. So now we go to Nigel's suggestion. There's no doubt in my mind Nigel's suggestion was the thing about Trump and the vaccine. Donald and Melania. All he does is watch CNN, so I'm going to guess it's that one. Nigel's suggestion was, of course, will Donald and Melania ever be brave enough or honest enough? You can almost tell his political leanings from that question. But yes, also, like I said, everybody, please tune in tomorrow night. We have a live dollop. You can get tickets through Loops Live. We're posting them all over the place. Next Thursday, I have my own stand-up show, which I'll be doing from here, but it's all written material. Should be a good time. That's through Night Light TV. So do that. That's next Thursday, which means next Wednesday will be Gariffs. So next Wednesday, I'll be doing Gariffs at the same time. So please send in suggestions for that. Again, I really appreciate you all watching. I've got the Pamdemics. I've got the Gariffs on my YouTube. I've got merch. Go to the subreddit. It's r/Gareth Reynolds. Post stuff. Have fun in there. Go get them. And I think that is everything. Aside from, let me just say very quickly that if any people who watch me or listen to me or care just need to know that, don't blame fellow citizens for the problems of our society, and never target anyone based on their appearance or their lifestyle for anything like that. It's truly disgusting what happens in this culture at times, and let's be better to each other, and that will be the way that we can hopefully at some point dig out. On that note, let me get the boy. Let's find this fucker. I don't know where he is. I cannot find him. I don't know where the hell. I don't know where he is. Where are you, boy? Buddy. I'll give one more look. 1 second. Hold on. I don't know where he is. I don't know where the hell he is. I don't know where my boy is. Buddy. This is the call. You got to do this call. Buddy. Buddy boy. All right. Well, we tried. We tried, and that's what matters. I'm sure we can find him next week. I'll probably be able to get him out for the stand-up show and things of that nature. Either way, I apologize there's no Jose. I know that's the main reason why anyone watches this bullshit. But, and I should mention this. April 1st, Thursday, we're going to be celebrating 1 year of Gariffs. So we'll have a little fun. I'm probably going to declare a charity that we can get some money for. And, let's do that. So April 1st, I mean, join me every week. But April 1st, I don't need to tell you people. You're the good ones. Thank you again, everybody, for checking it out. I really appreciate it. Love you. Mean it. Take it easy. And now to you, Instagram. Goodbye forever. Goodbye. I know. I'm sorry. I don't know where the fuck he is. I can't. What can I do? I can't will him. I don't know where he is. He's gone. Next weekend, a song? I can't do a song. I don't know. Let's see. All right, sure. We'll give you a song. Sorry, YouTube, you're missing out. But we'll give you a song. Okay, here it is. Here's the song, okay? Don't update. Who gives a shit? Oh, my boy. Oh, the one that got away. Oh, my son. I've got to say, I don't know where you've gone today, but I miss my baby boy, Jose. I wonder where he is, and I'm gonna make sure that it is okay wherever this guy lives, but I've got an update. I found Jose. I found my boy Jose. He was inside this little cave away from all the people and the singing and the talking. Okay, he lives inside here like the groundhog who predicts the season. Where'd he go? I don't know, but he must have had a reason, and it's almost time to say goodbye to the boy. He's been so good that he has stayed inside the toy that I got him for Christmas just last year when I drank all that fucking beer and got so drunk I don't remember what I was doing then. I was in a trunk and I was upset because I wasn't him. So say goodbye to Jose, who lives inside of his cave, and let him know that he next time better behave and come out when I tell him that it's his time to shine and not mine, because mine was the time before. Ooh, we fucked up the end, but we won't worry about it because we like to have fun and shout about it. Now say goodbye, Jose. There he is peeking out, my little guy. He's higher, don't you ever jump out. You're my boy. Let's give you some chin scratch and not a worry about the plan we'll hatch. Now say goodbye to all the people you met before. I told them that the YouTube people and I shut that door, but Instagram was stuck around and you got what you wanted, and now I gotta go. I just gave my cat the flaunted farewell, everyone. Love you. Thank you. Glad we did this one. Mwah.
His name is Gariff.